We listen. We're giving you the platform. We letting you get it out. We want you to tell it all. And I want to check out this video,
He
and
looked
you
like
can give
Barry
me your
White in
honest
this.
girl, the
Don't he look
broke
like
down
Barry
ugly
White?
version. Child, boo. Barry White looked better than this.
Oh
And on
yeah,
his
yeah,
worst,
yeah.
on Barry White's worst day and Umar's best day, he still can't touch him with a 10 foot
Okay,
pole.
yeah.
Just, oh, he needs a bath and a shave. All right. So, y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear and see. And shout out to the lounge for posting this video. Let's get to it.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism.
Oh my God.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism.
Dear Lord.
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, inside of the most honorable Frederick Douglass and the most honorable Marcus Garvey, RBG, International Leadership Academy. We working, brothers and sisters. We working, brothers and sisters. Last weekend was Nick Cannon. Yesterday was Source of Knowledge book giveaway. And now we got to finish the paint in the floors. If you got a problem with this mission.
I'm sorry. I'm still noticing that ceiling tiles are missing. He hasn't addressed anything about the mold yet. And
Yeah,
we've seen
he
the
would let the kids in with them things missing. He don't know how to perfect. Yeah, he's all
no
over with this
no
project.
inspection, no inspections from the city of Wilmington done yet. I
Nope.
highly doubt he would pass. You know, the ramps and stuff are in bad condition. There, I mean, outside of the school, shout out to Famer Tube, who went there and actually did a video recording in the Mademoiselle, and they recorded the outside of the building. And Famer Tube went around the entire building of both buildings, and it was disgusting. It was
Yep.
absolute disgusting. There was
Yep.
trash. There was a dirty bag suitcase out there. I mean, it looked like homeless people camping out in the back. You had what looked like a
Look
fire
like
and
back in
safety
his
hazards.
mama house.
Yes,
That's him
overgrown
doing that
vines.
stuff.
My God, and he's on the inside breathing in God knows what,
Mm.
and he's taking this home to his mother. So just keep that in mind, people. Could be mold he's bringing in and taking home to his mother. I'm saying it.
Hop off the live right now. If you got a problem with this mission, hop off the live right now. We not playing. We ain't playing no games. We ain't taking no prisoners. We got to finish up the school, brothers and sisters. We ain't playing no games. We ain't taking no prisoners. We got to finish up the school, brothers and sisters. Hit your Cash App, $ FDMG school. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. That's right.
This is ridiculous.
That's right. Who else building institutions? Who else building institutions?
Everybody.
Who else building institutions?
How much spit does he let fly out of his mouth when he talks? I'm just curious.
He's like
with no white money. Who's
alpaca.
Yeah, he's spitting just flying everywhere. His teeth really yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he brush his teeth twice a day? I'm
He
trying to confirm
oil
something.
pulls. I didn't even know. I found that out from being in the hotel room with him, because I oil pull, but I also put bristle to enamel. And I use toothpaste. I just, I oil pull too. I've been doing that. But yeah, he's like, you brush it too? Yeah, brush my teeth.
What?
He needs.
He needs to
to
go to a dentist. Oh, he's so gross.
He wasn't raised, and he eats a lot of sweets.
Yeah, his teeth should be decayed with the Debbie's and them ginger out. Schweppes is Schweppes, Umar. Schweppes.
Yeah.
How do you not know how to pronounce it? He drinks ginger ale Schweppes, and he can't say the word. Yeah, because he's a clown. All right.
He doesn't speak right anyway.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
he speaks,
someone, and I know I have a hearing. Yeah, I have a hearing thing, so I have a lot of problems with that. But for him to have the level of education that he has, his pronunciation of words is just. He said, "What did he say?" He said, "Coordinate," and I'm like, "Just coordinate." I thought maybe it was a regional thing, but I'm like,
yeah,
it's very self-taught. But go.
And I want to. I think I'm seeing a comment here. Anita asks, how old is this video? From the Lounge YouTube channel, it was posted up yesterday. Now,
it's
when did
older than
he
that.
is recorded? I was about to say I don't know. I just wanted to check it out because there's a lot of content with me still researching this clown.
It's got to
That
be in 2023 because I've
yeah,
I've learned by the haircuts and the beard or the no beard or the no mustache. That's how my brain labels this stuff. So if he's
yeah.
got the wacky hair, it's 2023.
Oh, okay. So you're seeing like halfway dookie dreads up here. That's not
Mm-hmm.
really dreading or anything, but the the fact that it hasn't gotten any better, it's actually look worse. It speaks volumes, and he still doesn't use toothpaste. So that's that. Umar, you're disgusting.
brothers and sisters. Send that check or money order. Send that check or money order payable to the FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. Send that check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. They ain't building those schools. If they do, they got white bank loan, brothers and sisters. We talking independence. We talking independence. That's right, black boys. I ain't forgot about you little fellas. My preschoolers, my kindergartners, my
We're talking 1.67 million.
first grade African boys, my second grade African boys, my third grade African princes, my fourth grade African princess. King Kong is on the guard. I said King Kong consciousness is on the guard. We're going to finish what we started, brothers and sisters. We're going to finish what we started. HBCU, Edward Waters University, where you at? HBCU, Edward Waters University, Jacksonville, Florida, next Thursday, September the 26th. We ain't playing no games with y'all. We ain't playing no games with y'all, brothers and sisters. We're going to finish what we started. Howard University, I'm pulling up for your homecoming for the Comedy and Consciousness event. Howard University, I'm pulling up for the Comedy and Consciousness event.
What you say?
He never even considered even going. He's been to all of these colleges, and some of these colleges have a history on how they were developed for sustainability. Some of them are hybrid, like I believe Tuskegee and Hampton,
right?
And there's another one, and then there are some that are there's a hybrid, and then there are some that are buy-ins. He didn't have to do this project the way that he did it. He failed at it. And that lets me know a lot too about his intellect with he really fumbled this. He really messed up this project.
And it's been what, 6.5? How long exactly has he been talking about trying to open the school in this location in the city of Wilmington, Delaware? Has it been 6.5 years, right?
Lennon has said it. I think he's been there for about 6.5 years.
Okay.
But I'm
just
catching up. I'm like you in this because I'm learning things after I figured out what he was. Then I went back and I started researching. I came out and then, I work, I do all this other stuff. I don't have time to sit and just really delve into him. But he just, even the walls that he painted, this is a school. You can't paint the walls in a school this color. If you did want to do it like this, there's a method. He didn't look into the psychology of why things are painted like they use certain colors in call centers or hospitals or schools.
Because certain types of paint.
Exactly. It evokes certain type of feeling in kids. You come into a school and it's fire engine red walls. Because that's not stressful at all.
Yeah, no, it's sugary. Like, wait a minute.
So if I have anything going on at home, thank God I get to these fire engine red walls to set it off with my hyper psychotic principal. Right. He didn't put thought into it.
He didn't. Right. And I know when brother Malik came on the channel and we were able to hang out with him, he said the same thing. He talked about how there has to be a certain type of paint for the walls on the inside of the school. that you have
Yeah,
to
I've
use,
talked
and you
about
can't
that before.
you can't just throw any paint up on the walls based
No.
on the type of the foundation here.
I was
And
trying to explain that to him. I was telling him about the furniture. He wanted to get furniture from Big Lot. I said, Umar, you can't go to Big Lot and get furniture and put it that you would put in your home in a commercial building. And
yeah,
then here's the thing: people are like, "Well, don't talk about them. Help them." You do try to help them.
that's
That's
yeah, giving him
my
the
main
information.
thing.
Right.
He's so nasty. He's so vulgar. He's so vile. You cannot help him. He doesn't want help. He
Yeah.
specifically knew what I do, and he shut me down every bit of the way.
Yeah, he
So I
doesn't seem like
couldn't.
he takes any information from black women in general, and he doesn't listen when you try to tell him something. He doesn't take heed to it at all.
Well, yeah, he's the type of person, or he
Hmm.
will. He's the type of person that he'll probably got pointers from Chef Barbie, but he'll go over. He doesn't know how to implement it. He just
Yeah.
goes crazy with it. Like, so that's why he bought all of this stuff instead of saying, "Hey, this is what I would like mama to eat. What would you want
Hmm.
me to purchase?" Or wait till I get there, see what you got, and we match it up from there. He doesn't understand any of that. And then when you
Hmm.
try to explain it to him, he gets upset because he thinks that you teaching him something is
Oh
belittling him.
my! Wow.
He had bundles and bundles of bananas on top of the damn refrigerator. I said, yeah, we really don't put things on top of the refrigerator
Right.
because that's where the heat goes. So you
Right.
want to take these bananas off the top of the refrigerator, or they're gonna go bad before you get to use them.
Right.
Well, why can't I keep them? Man, you don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, I've only
It's
been
called
cooking houses
science.
all my. And then, but you bite your tongue and you try to go on. You say, okay, well, you need to add a cup of this or make some hot soapy water. You can't talk to him like that because he doesn't want to learn. He wants you to
Right.
do whatever crazy thing that he wants you to do. And
Mm-mm-mm.
most people and this is the problem with working on this building, a lot of those contractors know what they're doing. And he
Right.
don't want to listen to that. Why I don't want to do that. I try to explain this with the floor in there. My mom got an idea. She said, well, why don't he epoxy the floors? And I said,
Right.
yeah, he could do that. And she said, but the heat, because my mom knows about that. She said the heat and the chemical, he got to do that in the colder months so that, he could get it done. And I brought it to him and I was trying to explain to him why he couldn't do that in the summertime, or we didn't think it was something to the effect. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But
Gotcha.
he got mad. He doesn't want to listen. He does not
Mm.
want to listen to anybody try to teach him or interject anything into a conversation because he
Right.
wants to be the all-knowing.
Wow. And that's the worst thing is that you're talking about an establishment that was supposed to be for children, and he's
Mm-hmm.
not even listening to the licensed contractors that are trying to tell him,
Right.
a lot of what they're doing is based on, violations and codes and
Exactly.
laws, that things that have to be done a certain way. So if he won't, he think he has this, arrogance about him as if he's above the rule of law. So when you
Yes.
talking about someone that is, above the rule of law, he's not gonna listen to just sound wisdom and advice,
Yeah.
because he doesn't even care that people are being doxxed, which is a violation of law, and he doesn't fear the consequences of it because
Mhm.
I'm sure he thinks I could just go before this judge and just
And
run
give
my
a
mouth and
good
they know who I
explanation.
am.
Yeah.
Give a
That's
good
exactly what
speech.
my attorney said. He said he's going to be one of
Yeah,
those guys. He said he's the type of guy that thinks he can go in and represent himself in court. Even when we were looking
yep.
at the other page, they were Googling laws. You
Right.
can't take that for what it is because it
Right.
can mean something completely different when
Different.
other things are involved. It's a
Exactly.
practice,
Yep.
and that's why they get paid the big bucks. You need an
Right.
attorney.
Right. Right.
But he tries to minimize that, and make that he can do what they do, but you can't do what they do.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
you have to, listen to somebody that knows a little bit more than you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is I mean, as someone had to listen to someone, which is why, his dissertation is garbage because I
Oh my
highly
God.
doubt he learned anything in school well enough to be able because he doesn't listen. So why would he listen to
Somebody
his teachers?
passed that through.
Three advisors did, and I'm still waiting on them to email me back. They ought to be
They're
ashamed of
not.
themselves at PCOM.
They don't want to. They want to
Shame on
forget
PCOM.
that. They want to forget that ever happened. I'm sure.
All
I
right,
know that was, and he's so much, and he throws these tantrums. People sometimes
yep,
give him what he wants to get him out of
yep,
their way, and
yep.
he thinks that he got in their ass. Just like with the furniture thing from Big Lots. I say, hey, you know what? Do what you do.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not about to tell you you're gonna have that cleaned more than normal. And I told him you need high traffic or high performance furniture because
Right.
it needs to be cleaned all the time. But
Oh
if
my
you want to
god.
put a microfiber in there, you go right ahead.
Yeah, and catch that lawsuit when that desk falls apart and breaks while a child is
Exactly.
sitting in it. You're catching a lawsuit, and don't dodge it. Don't dodge that service, Umar, because we all know you love to dodge services because you're a coward and you
And
think
black
you're above the rule of law.
businesses, oh my God, yes.
My goodness.
Anything that is trying to survive and you get next to him, he's like, I told Lennon, he's like Cain.
Mm-hmm.
He'll
Yep.
ruin worlds. He crushes worlds. He does not come to offer peace, to offer resolution. He is a resistor. He's a detractor. He's going to just
Yep.
crush things.
Yeah. And it's I mean, he's just the I guess that pride is going to come before that fall in every
Mhm.
aspect, and we're seeing this when one chip fall, the rest of the pieces just kind of fall behind it. We're just seeing all this happen in slow motion.
And
Seeing it
he
happen in
had
slow
there
motion.
was a art there's an art school close to that school. I said, well,
Hmm.
why don't you go back there? Why don't you try and see if you can grab some students and
Uh-huh.
see if they needed time on a project, like something
Right.
that they could write off or use, for them getting their degree or whatever they're going to school for. Why don't you go back there and see what they can do to beautify the school? No, they not
Mhm.
gonna do that. Well, go ask them.
That's him.
You don't know it, but I'm thinking at that time that he is the person that he is online. He's not
Mhm.
gonna go and do anything like that. Even with that
Yeah.
mural, he could have had that mural. I'm not saying is done bad, but it could have been completely different. He wanted to do
Mhm.
things on the wall. Go back there and ask the students and see if they want to contribute. Tell them you'd be surprised what people will do if it's their work and it gets to
Right.
be on display.
Right.
And even for their portfolio, they'll have some. He don't
Right.
think like that. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna want to do it. I was like, all right. So
Yeah, okay. Learn the hard way, Umar. I'm
he
here
could have
to
went to
teach it
labor
to you too.
unions. He could have did a lot of things. He doesn't want to do
Yeah.
anything. But
What a horrible little man he is. We got just a few more minutes of the video, and
oh yes.
I'm gonna pull up some information on and to show why I'm showing this video here because of what we see happening with this so-called his mental, I don't want to say so-called, but this mental decline with him, and his it is, to me, it just kind of smells manic. So I want to show kind of what I'm seeing for
Mm-hmm.
me personally when I watch his videos and him, just regurgitate out nonsense. Now, it to me, it smells like just manic episodes happening. So we're I get that this might be older, but this was posted yesterday on the Lounge channel, so this could be a throwback video. But this is just, if this is 2-3 years ago, he's gotten worse since then. This is
Yeah,
what we're
he
seeing 2-3
has.
years ago, people. This has gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
So now you see why people are, 2-3 years ago, he probably should have been 302'd. But
Yeah, but people
two,
were
3 years
under
later.
and this is kind of why we needed to come out the way we came out because it sows the
Yeah.
seed of doubt. Once
Right.
that seed of doubt and people start waking up, then he kind of looked a little jacked up then. So this is good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to it.
London, England, I'll see you next month. Nat Turner Land, I'll see you next month. We got the Harriet Tubman eclipse tomorrow. We got the Harriet Tubman full moon in Virgo eclipse tomorrow, which is also the Dr. Umar eclipse. You can't compare me to Queen Mother Harriet because she can't be compared to nobody. But tomorrow, 13 years ago, I showed up in Chicago, Illinois. Y'all know what the rest is. Tomorrow, 13 years ago, I showed up, 14 years ago. Tomorrow, 14 years ago, I showed up in Chicago, Illinois. 14 years later, I'm still the biggest name in Black consciousness on the planet Earth. I said tomorrow, 14 years ago, I showed up in Chicago, Illinois, and it's been 14 years, and I'm still the biggest name in Black consciousness, Black psychology, Pan-Africanism. 14 years later, y'all can't touch the God. Y'all can't touch the God. Got my Marcus Garvey piece on. You know what I'm saying? Got the Garvey.
Oh, he does think he's a god, little G.
Yeah, this is not Umar. This isn't Umar. This is RBG, and he's on something.
Y'all look at his teeth. Look at it. He's not even flossing. It's so gross.
No space.
We got the Frederick Douglass chains coming. We ain't playing no games with you ninjas. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. We ain't playing no games with you ninjas.
Yeah,
you either with me or you against me. You either with me or you against me.
Why is you yelling?
You either with the Prince of Pan-Africanism or you against the Prince of Pan-Africanism. We ain't playing no games. I'm going to be on Michael Collier's podcast next week, and I'm going to be on Donnell Rawlings' podcast, my two big comedy brothers. I'm going to be on the Michael Collier podcast next week, and I'm going to be on the Donnell Rollins podcast next week. Look for that Nick Cannon, Dr. Umar Council Culture. Look for that.
I don't take Nick Cannon seriously either. Then
Nick Cannon, Dr. Umar Cannon's class. Look for that Nick Cannon, Dr. Umar. We playing chess, not checkers. We playing spades, brothers and sisters. It's time to finish the school, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Where them institutions at? Where them institutions at, brothers and sisters? Where them institutions at, brothers and sisters?
Okay, I gotta know. Lord, just to see him go from that to what he is now, it is. I just.
Yeah, he's on something.
Oh my God.
His eyes, you could tell in his eyes.
It's gone. He's gone. He's not here with. That's why I say he's an alien. He's not here with us anymore. Like reality wise, he's checked out because he now makes this world, this whatever his reality, wherever his mind is gone to, that's the world he's created where he thinks that he is perfect. There's nothing wrong. His mother's in, the queen of the earth. Like he's checked out. He doesn't care about anyone else other than what he wants and his pursuits. And that's it. I don't even know if he's doing anything to make himself happy. It's almost like he's living in this fictitious book that he wants people to keep reading. That it's like he's stuck on one page. He refuses to grow up. He refuses to mature. And anyone that speaks out against him, he doxes them. He breaks the law. He puts their physical life because he thinks it's a game. He treats this like it's a game, like it's
You
some
can't play
fictitious
with him, though.
playland somewhere.
Yeah.
But the consequences are real life consequences.
Yep.
And he has no care or concern about it.
He's
Real life
borderlining a criminal.
consequences.
Yeah, he's
Uh-oh. She fell out again. I think she may have lost perception. Um, what would you be doing if Umar's name didn't bring content? Lennon honor used to beg as well.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. I'm just reading a comment here. Okay, what would I be doing if Umar's name didn't bring content? Lennon honor used to be beg as well for a bigger premise, for a bigger premises. All these black folks ready to put the man in jail should look closer to home. Who putting him in jail? He's putting
Nobody.
himself in jail. No one is putting him in jail. That is whatever consequences come from his actions of what's being reported. That's what he's
Exactly.
doing to
Nobody
himself.
told
He's
him
a,
to step off of, and this
no
is
one's
where.
telling him to keep his siblings from his mother either. So what does that have to do with jail? But it's still wrong. I mean, you're bringing up jail at, maybe you believe he needs to be there, but what does it have to do with jail when he's keeping his siblings from seeing their own mother, where he refuses to allow a wellness check to occur? What does that have to do with jail? The monster bionic. What does that have to do with jail? This is how I handle trolls. What does that have to do with jail? And if you're not a troll, you're asking a question. Closer to home, we're being humane. We're human beings. And we're not willing to sit back and allow Mrs. Shoemake to sit up in that house where the siblings are trying to see their own mother. They're sending out the police to do wellness checks. And they won't even, they can't even get a look. They can't even see if she's okay. And it's been 7 years of this. So explain, what does that have to do with jail by having a conscience? Period. What does that have to do with jail? I'll wait. Explain to me, how does that have to do with anything with jail? Because the children want to see their mother.
Well, I think that also, if he doesn't want to be put in a sentence with that, he needs to start moving and just move like he's supposed to move. He's stepping off the path. This stuff doesn't have anything to do with the mission, because people hyped him up so much. Now it's just like money. If you have more money, it'll make you more of what you already are. So the popularity made him more of what he's already been. And now that he's out of control because he's been let or allowed to do things for 12 years instead of sitting and talking about it, now he has somebody that is actually trying to press the issue. And this is, I'll be the bad guy, but you can't keep going on like this.
No,
he didn't need to do it. It has nothing to do with the mission or the work.
Not at all.
So no one told him to do this stuff. No one told him to feel like he could go in a hotel room and do whatever the hell he wanted to do because he's King Kong and who gonna check him. No, that has nothing to do with what the work is. No one told him to do what he does. He decided to do that on his own because he felt like he was all powerful, but he's not. He's borderlining running a criminal or a crime ring. And if you're stepping into that and you're okay with it, then you need to go down with them.
Exactly. I mean, and if they can't even report on basic concerns that
how
just
this is my worry.
Is the basic concerns regarding the mother's health care.
How do you skip over that and then think that people are supposed to put their kids with you?
Exactly, in a school.
You skipping over all of this stuff. He knew he had. That's like me out robbing banks, and now I'm mad because I can't work with the government. That's not their fault. That's your fault. This is not anyone else's fault but his own. Nobody told him to pass information that wasn't his. No one told him to say, "Hey, go and tell her to get off my back," or whatever else he said. He did that. He thought he
Yeah.
was a crime boss. So now
Yeah.
you gotta answer
Yeah,
to
to pay
that
the
shit.
quota. Exactly. They took down Capone because of taxes. The IRS clocked his ass and he ended up spending years in prison because of taxes. Al Capone. And he was alleged to be a gangster.
He
So
messed himself up. He should have
he messing
stayed
himself
on.
up.
Yeah, he messed himself up, and
I
I
feel
don't
bad
feel
about
no
that.
way bad about it because
Not at all. Not at
Martin
all.
didn't
No
have
one
to do
should.
it. Malcolm didn't have to do it. Garvey, that's the
Yep.
people have their opinion on that,
Yep.
but he wasn't even doing stuff like this.
Yep.
So it doesn't. This stuff does not. It has nothing to do with black conscience. It
Yep.
has to do with somebody that y'all let up because you
Yep.
didn't vet him out. You put a wolf in a damn chicken coop, and now he's tearing up the
Yeah.
place. And
And that's
somebody
what
has to check him and get him under control.
exactly.